Alrighty. Hello everyone. We'll get started in just a minute. Alright. Give me just a second, everybody. Gonna hop in on Instagram as well, just to be certain that everything is going okay. Want to make sure we get good updates for everyone here. So yeah, if you're just getting on this video, when it's previously recorded on YouTube, go ahead and scroll into 5 minutes. So that everyone can take advantage of what's going on in terms of the weather. Alright, that should do it. Go live. Boom. Okay, everyone, we are live on YouTube, just discussing a little bit of what's going on in regards to the weather. It's a very active weather day across most of the United States. So let me just pop out the chat for YouTube so I can see what people are trying to say here. Alright, it's popped out. Okay, so first off, just to make sure that everyone can see me here. Alright, everyone can see me here. We're going to open up the screen now so that people can see what things that are going on. Alright, this is the current radar situation for the Great Lakes region. So, as you can tell, places such as Lower Michigan have felt pretty cold throughout all day today. Temperatures only got up to like 48 today. Pretty cloudy skies, light sprinkles throughout the day, but now we're getting to the point where heavy rainfall is on the way. So, here's a image as of 9:31 p.m. now. So, we actually have a pretty nice, strong storm right here pushing across northern Indiana as of right now. Pretty intense cluster. National Weather Service said wind gusts of 50-55 miles per hour have been occurring with this line of storms that is pushing eastward through South Bend, Fort Wayne, Goshen, places like that. And then areas off to the north of that have just seen a uptick in heavy rainfall as it gets darker. The amount of moisture the atmosphere can hold is going down, which means that it's starting to fall as rain. So you've got all this rain developing as a result, all the way up to Grand Rapids. That's farther north than was anticipated. So a lot of heavy rain. So in this region here, where there's rain occurring as of right now, there's even a tornadic signature coming out of this cell. I don't think there's going to be a legitimate tornado though. Maybe something. If any tornado does pop up out of this storm near Akron, Indiana, it's going to be relatively weak. It's kind of a weird signature coming out of the velocity on radar. But overnight tonight, there's going to be a little bit of thunder and lightning with all of these storms that are moving through, even with some of the heavy rain pockets that are moving through. Looking on my other radar app, I was seeing some lightning out in this region here. lots of lightning right here. So lightning's probably going to keep things awake overnight in some regions. So definitely put like a fan or something to try to distract you from the rain, the storms that are moving through. A lot of heavy rain, upwards of up to 4 inches likely in a lot of different places. So a lot of heavy rainfall associated. Just so much moisture with this storm that's moving through, and a lot of the moisture is influencing the weather also down in Missouri, where they're actually witnessing a pretty significant tornado outbreak with a very strong multi-vortex tornado progressing just south of St. Louis. Not sure if that's still continuing, but I'm going to look at some of these polygons here. This is outside of our area, but still good to be informed on the weather news. Confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located near Farmington, Missouri. Particularly dangerous situation. Take cover now. Very destructive tornado there. It could be a major tornado taking place. And then as you head off to the southwest through Missouri, there's still severe thunderstorms progressing through. They recently had a tornado warning just east of Springfield, Missouri. This threat for tornadoes is going to continue into Illinois and parts of western Indiana, but it's not going to get farther than that, most likely. More likely, we'll just see heavy rain in this area. The weather's just too cold in this area to support any type of severe weather activity. So, just going to be heavy rain, some lightning, maybe some wind gusts of 50 miles per hour in some places. Very strong low-level jet associated with these storms, which is kind of fueling the intensity off in the southwest. Temperatures just won't support significant thunderstorms up in the area that we're at. But the low-level jet does continue pretty much through this whole area right here in Ohio. So all of this area is under the gun for seeing some related severe weather in Indiana and possibly Ohio. So pretty much anywhere around here is not out of the woods in regards to strong thunderstorms. Parts of Pennsylvania, Maryland, those areas are going to see some severe weather tomorrow. There's a slight risk, probably going to go enhanced later on. There was an enhanced risk today in Missouri, very late in the season, to see this type of tornado outbreak take place in eastern Missouri. And even Pennsylvania, places such as Pennsylvania and Maryland, a severe weather event is very unlikely this time of year. So very intense storm system moving through, but it's not even comparable to the bomb cyclone that they're getting out in. Let me go to more of a national weather map, see if we can get a better view of what's going on. Let's see. Hello, Jeep Girl, glad you're enjoying the stream. Alright, so you can see the tornado watch. It's the enhanced risk area in Indiana, Missouri, Illinois, northern Arkansas, parts of eastern Oklahoma. These are the storms that are progressing through, and they may continue into parts of Indiana, central, southern. The marginal risk areas out for that. Cedarville's out just in a general thunderstorm risk. Parts of southern Michigan, northern Indiana under a flood watch right now for some 4 to 5 inches of rainfall. So that's issued by the National Weather Service themselves, and that's going to continue through Monday and probably not end until about 5 p.m. Monday afternoon. So this is the first round of heavy rain that we may see. There is also potential that we may see even more heavy rain resulting from a very intense low pressure system, probably a record-setting low pressure system in California, parts of Oregon, Washington, producing very heavy rain out there, causing lots of mudslides that are occurring from the large amount of wildfires that have taken place in California. This thing could drop a lot of rain as it moves across the continental United States. So that's going to be the next thing that we have to look at. And it's also going to likely produce severe weather once again in the plains. So another week of prolonged severe weather events, very late in the season. Very strange to see it this time of year. Very strange to see it this time of year. But we're going to pull into some of the models because I haven't taken a look at the models today. but some of the models may give us a better idea of what we can expect with regards to these storms as they continue to move through. So we're going to go to that now. I'm going to close this out. Got to be sure I can speed up my computer with this. My computer is having trouble running all of this at once. But here's the current weather map. Northern Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, seeing those very strong storms. I'm actually going to pull up the NAM model here. Look at this temperature gradient across parts of the Great Lakes region and parts of the Midwest. You can see pretty significant temperature gradient. Let me zoom in on that, going to the regional map here. We'll do the Ohio Valley map. So, big difference here. 73 degrees in central Illinois, and then you just go a few miles north and you drop down quickly to 60 degrees. So, and it's 46 when you get up into southern Michigan. So, very wild change of temperature right in between these two areas, and that has a major impact on the severe weather that we're seeing. Now, you're seeing the tornadoes in places where there's plenty of heat, such as central and southern Missouri, where temperatures are up to 80 degrees. Dew points are very high as well. Let me get a dew point map here. Dew points in the 60s, near 70 in some spots. And then up here, you have dew points in the 40s, excuse me. So, very big difference, and you can tell that this very big difference in the weather that we're seeing has a great impact on our weather. The moisture that is just being drawn up from the south just cannot be held in this type of air that we have in the Great Lakes, northern Great Lakes region, central northern Great Lakes region. So that's why we're seeing such just a dump of rain being poured on us right now. And I think we might potentially see something like that again later on this week. So let's actually go to a Midwestern view and go back to a radar map so that we can get an idea of what's going to take place. So this is an 18Z model run. So if we want to get a better idea of what's going on, this looks more of an accurate time frame of what's going on right now. So this is 8 p.m., 7 p.m. I believe, so we have to speed it up a little bit. Alright, so this is the current time, 10 o'clock. You can see a very strong line of well-defined supercell thunderstorms progressing through eastern Missouri, western Illinois, and then you just have clusters of scattered thunderstorms, scattered heavy rainfall across southern lower Michigan, northern Indiana, northern Ohio. This line of storms is going to continue to progress. Let me go to a forecast loop here, and then I can run it a little bit more smoothly here. So let's take a look at how this evolves. The line of thunderstorms begins to weaken. Some of them may survive as they reach parts of like areas such as Cedarville, western Ohio, central Ohio. But the heavy rain you can see in Michigan, the heavy rain is just going to continue to kind of just stick around for a good long while, and likely going to just deal with scattered rain, probably some colder air as we get on that back side of that storm. Let's take a look at the temperatures at this time frame here. Let's go back to a single picture, single image, and get a look at that real quick. So Monday at 18Z, that'll be about 2 p.m. I believe. 1 p.m. So this is 1 p.m. You still have that rain moving through parts of Indiana, parts of Ohio. Thunderstorms redeveloping in Ohio. We could see more severe weather occurring in parts of Pennsylvania later that evening. So going to re-intensify. Looks like more storms will intensify again. Let's take a look at temperatures on the backside of this low pressure system. Big drop in temperatures pretty much anywhere in this region. So big difference. This is at 8 p.m. It gets cold, starting to get really cold temperatures off in northern Minnesota, upper peninsula, and it's just dipping down on the backside of that low pressure system. So let's move closer to the morning to see how cold it could get. Pretty cold, down to freezing in parts of Wisconsin. Going to stick around the 40s, probably because the cloud cover is likely not going to clear out from the low pressure system on the backside of this pretty quickly. Yeah, we're going to have a lot of cloud cover, which will not allow the cooler air to dip down from above the clouds. So that'll give us some benefit. So, oops, didn't mean to do that. So make sure you guys can see what's going on here. The clouds will start to clear out in Iowa, Wisconsin. That's why they'll see the much cooler temperatures, because it gives enough time for that colder air to sink through the cloud cover and down to the ground. So, alright, I wanted to show you guys that, and I want to show you guys the potential we have to see another round of heavy rainfall later on this week, probably parts of Thursday and Friday. So I'm going to skip ahead to Thursday at... Actually, yeah. So we'll skip around to Wednesday night. Check this out. We got a line of showers and thunderstorms that are returning. This is resulting from that very intense thunderstorm, or it's very intense low pressure system that's occurring in California right now, bringing tons of flooding. Let's get a little bit of a sounding of a model sounding here. No severe hazard type. Yeah, you don't really have much of a separation. Very high cloud base. Nothing that can really support tornadoes. You don't have that signature tornado sounding here. So, not looking like a severe weather event for places in the Great Lakes region. So that's good news. Let's skip ahead though to see what happens. You just get another swath of heavy rain. Here's the low pressure system, the center of low pressure, and it's sort of just going to do the same thing that this low pressure system is doing today. Let's get a look at upper air, where that jet stream's at. See, that jet stream's taking a major dip to the south on the back side of this. So I'm thinking we could see some pretty cold temperatures ahead behind this low pressure system. Let's confirm that with the models. Yeah, it looks like on the backside of this low pressure system you get a sinking of air in the 40s behind the mid 50s. But if we go forward a little bit, we'll see those temperatures really start to drop even more. Let me go back to the precipitation type. See, it just kind of stagnates. The rain does. It just kind of sits over the Great Lakes region for a good long while, just like the other storm, just like this storm's doing now. Solid radar images. And then it moves out, and we got a nice ridge of high pressure moving in from the central plains again. But it's kind of just, seems like low pressure is just sitting there. And then it starts to shift northeastward and move out. Looks like it might take a while. So we could be dealing with a good prolonged time of cloud cover. At least on the eastern half. Ohio, eastern Michigan. Western Michigan looks like you'll see some clearing later on near Saturday. So that's good news. But this looks like this low pressure system is going to stall in parts of the eastern U.S. Let's take a look at the temperatures Saturday. I know that based on some forecasts, the models are saying it's going to be pretty cold. So I think this model is going to confirm that for us. Yes. Saturday, 12Z, 41 degrees. Pretty cold. I'm going to take a look at the long range. And it looks like we're going to have a buildup of some freezing temperatures come the 1st of November. Yep. Now we're getting to nighttime Tuesday of next week. Getting freezing temperatures in Minnesota, even down towards Wisconsin. So it looks like winter is going to make an early drive into parts of the Upper Peninsula, Wisconsin, maybe even depending on how these models change. You even got some snow beginning to develop in areas on northern Michigan. So in the winter, just for future reference, we keep an eye on this 540 line right here. This 540 line in the winter usually indicates a major transition from rain to snow. So we're going to be watching this throughout the course of the winter. Where this 540 line is tells us, hey, we could very likely see some snow anywhere north of this region if activity does develop. So I want to keep looking at those temperatures because it looks like the cold is really going to dive down into parts of the Central Plains. Doesn't look like it's going to hit Michigan pretty quick. November 4th, we get cold. Alright. So we may have a shot at our first set of snow near the beginning of November. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on. I've just been looking at this model myself. I'm not going to confirm that for sure, but that's what the GFS is putting out. Not sure what other models are saying. So just something to have a look at. Keep your eyes peeled for maybe some snow entering the forecast soon. I can't make any official forecast, but because I'm not the National Weather Service, but that model really puts out some snow in some places on western Michigan, so our first shot at lake effect snow might be heading our way soon. Alright, so I showed you pretty much all of the stuff that I wanted to show you in this little live stream. I'm going to go back to the normal radar image and take a look at that nice cluster of storms that's moving through central northern Indiana right now. And then that tornado outbreak still progressing with a continuing confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado crossing the Mississippi River as of right now. Let me get a better radar image of that now. Very intense cluster of supercells there. Let's get a look at, wow, 3 very large dangerous tornadoes on the ground right now. Those are all very, very intense radar images of tornadoes. Let's get a pinpoint of the wind speeds of the rotation. 90 miles per hour, 60. This one near Fredericktown looks like it's the most intense tornado as of right now. So Fredericktown, Missouri, Junction City, Cobalt, get hunkered down right away because that is a very intense storm heading your way. But back to Great Lakes, you got that very well-defined storm line moving through, heavy rain in the north, and then upwards of up to 4 inches of rain accumulation coming soon. So in this region with a flood watch in effect. Alright, so I've gone through quite a bit in this live stream. Hopefully the live stream was helpful to you. Make sure to check us out on all of our other different platforms. You can go to captainchemistry.wixsite.com/GreatLakesWeather to get all the information that you need regarding all of our different platforms, or you can just scan that QR code if you're watching on desktop with your phone, and you can get all the information. Alright, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.